Skol Nation, stop right now. US Bank Stadium just erupted with breaking news, and one fact is already carved in stone. 6 diagnosed concussions. A franchise quarterback can't grip the football. A statistical pattern predicts Minnesota's next dynasty run. And a center's career might be over before the final whistle of 2025 even blows. Insiders have been whispering since Sunday afternoon, and here's the first payoff. That 6 concussion figure? It's the exact number that has the entire Vikings organization holding its breath and asking one question. Does Ryan Kelly ever put on a helmet again? If you skol louder than you breathe and want the Packers to feel every word of this, hit like and subscribe right now. We start with the shocking historical pattern that says losing might actually be Minnesota's secret weapon for 2026.
Stay locked. There's a double cliffhanger at the end that involves Green Bay's $22 million war chest. Finishing 9-8, third place in the NFC North, to most fan bases that sounds like failure. But for the Vikings, that might be the exact recipe for dominance in 2026. Here's the number that changes everything. 14 wins. That's how many games Minnesota captured in 2024, the season right after they finished third in the division in 2023 with a 7-10 record. 14 wins, second time in franchise history, and it happened because they finished third the year before. Now let's go deeper, because this isn't a coincidence, this is a pattern. Since 2010, the Vikings have finished in third place in the NFC North 4 times. After those 4 third-place finishes, Minnesota went 14-3, 8-9, 13-3, and 11-5. 2 of those seasons resulted in division championships. 2 resulted in playoff berths. That's a 75% success rate when they finished third. Now compare that to the 3 times Minnesota finished 4th since 2010. After those 4th-place finishes, the Vikings went 7-9, 10-6, and 3-13. 0 division titles, only 1 playoff appearance. The math is brutal. Finishing third has consistently led to bounce-back dominance, while finishing 4th has led to mediocrity or collapse. So what does this mean for 2026? If the Vikings win their final 2 games and lock in that 9-8 record, history says they're not limping into the offseason. They're loading the chamber for an explosion next year. And here's the twist that makes this even more dangerous.
According to sources who track scheduling strength, this is a rumor. The Vikings' 2026 opponents, based on a third-place finish, would include 3 teams that missed the playoffs in 2025 and 2 teams currently in rebuild mode. That's not just a soft schedule, that's a gift-wrapped path to double-digit wins. Do you believe in patterns, or do you think every season is random? Drop your take below. And if you think the Vikings are about to dominate the NFC North in 2026, smash that like button and let Lions fans know their window is closing. But while history whispers about the future, the present is bleeding. Because the franchise quarterback Minnesota is counting on to lead that 2026 run just left the field, unable to do the one thing a quarterback must do. Leadership in question. Grip strength gone. Stay locked. Blindside hit. Fumble returned for a touchdown. Sideline evaluation.
And then the words that made every Vikings fan's stomach drop. He was unable to grip the football. That's what head coach Kevin O'Connell revealed after J.J. McCarthy exited the Giants game in the second half with a right hand injury. Unable to grip the football. Think about that. The most basic requirement of playing quarterback, gone in one violent collision late in the first half. McCarthy took the hit on his throwing hand, and trainers immediately knew something was wrong. He stood on the sideline, trying to squeeze, trying to flex, trying to prove he could go back in. But when the second half started, McCarthy was done. Initial x-rays came back negative, but further testing was scheduled to check for ligament damage, muscle tears, or deep tissue bruising. The concern isn't just about this week or next week. It's about whether this hand will ever feel the same.
And here's the part that should terrify SKL Nation. This isn't McCarthy's first injury of 2025. He already missed time with an ankle injury and a concussion earlier this season. Before that, his entire rookie year in 2024 was lost to a knee injury. Every time he returns, optimism floods the fan base. Every time he returns, another injury crushes that hope. According to league sources familiar with Minnesota's medical staff, this is a rumor,
There's growing internal debate about whether McCarthy should play in the final 2 games at all. With the playoffs already out of reach, some believe shutting him down now protects his long-term development and avoids risking a more serious injury that could derail 2026. Others argue that live reps are invaluable for a young quarterback, still learning to read NFL defenses. O'Connell faces a brutal decision.
Protect the future or accelerate the learning curve. Before the injury, McCarthy showed flashes. He completed most of his passes, added rushing yards, and scored Minnesota's lone touchdown on the ground. The tools are there. The toughness is there. But the body keeps breaking. Do you trust J.J. McCarthy to stay healthy and lead this offense in 2026? Comment your confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10. And if you believe the Vikings need to shut him down for the final 2 games, hit that like button and protect the franchise. But while the quarterback's hand is the immediate crisis, the heart of this offensive line just took a hit that could end a career. 6 concussions, 3 in 1 season, and a locker room that's watching one of their best disappear. Stay locked. 3rd concussion of the season, 6th of his career.
And the quiet fear that this might be the last time Ryan Kelly ever steps on an NFL field. The Vikings center suffered another concussion on Sunday against the Giants, and this one feels different. Not because of how it happened, because O'Connell himself admitted he couldn't even identify the contact that caused it. Different because of the number. 6 diagnosed concussions, 3 in 2023, 3 in 2025. And now the brutal math that every team doctor, every agent, every family member is calculating. How many more can a human brain survive? O'Connell spoke after the game with the kind of tone that tells you everything. You know his journey, and just how well he's been playing, and the time that we all took, and he took to get back out there. He's absolutely one of our best players over these last few weeks since his return. One of their best.
And now he's gone again, likely for the rest of the season, and maybe forever. Here's what makes this devastating for Minnesota. Since Kelly returned to the lineup, the Vikings' rushing attack has been elite. The offensive line finally found consistency. J.J. McCarthy took a pivotal step forward because Kelly was anchoring the middle. The rhythm, the communication, the protection, it all flew through Kelly. And now, that foundation is cracked. League protocol says 3 concussions in 1 season almost always results in a shutdown for the remainder of the year. But the bigger question hangs over the entire offseason. Does Ryan Kelly retire? According to sources close to Kelly's camp, this is a rumor, there were serious retirement discussions after the 2024 season due to the 3 concussions he suffered in 2023.
Kelly chose to sign a 2-year contract with Minnesota instead, betting on his health and his ability to stay on the field. That bet is now in jeopardy. If Kelly retires, the Vikings save $8.75 million in cap space. If he doesn't retire but can't stay healthy, Minnesota is locked into paying a player who can't finish seasons. It's a nightmare scenario either way. And here's the part that should make every Skull fan furious. O'Connell watched the play and couldn't identify the contact. I don't know where the contact that could cause the concussion could have come from in the normal rhythm of a play like that, he said. That means Kelly's brain is now so vulnerable that even routine contact is enough to shut him down. That's not a football injury anymore. That's a life injury. Do you think Ryan Kelly should retire to protect his long-term health?
Vote yes or no in the comments. And if you believe player safety matters more than wins, hit like and let the league hear you. But while Kelly's future hangs in the balance, the Vikings' present is about to collide with their past. Because the pattern says 2026 is their year, but the injuries say the pieces might not survive long enough to get there. Stay locked for the conclusion. 3 stories, 1 brutal truth. The Vikings are standing on the edge of greatness, but the foundation is cracking beneath their feet. History says finishing 9-8 is the perfect setup for a 2026 explosion. 14 wins, division titles, playoff runs. The pattern is undeniable. But what good is a soft schedule and a championship blueprint if your franchise quarterback can't grip the football and your best offensive lineman can't survive routine contact?
This is the duality of Minnesota right now. The future looks bright, but the present is bleeding out on the turf at US Bank Stadium. Let's talk about what 2026 could be. If J.J. McCarthy's hand heals, if Ryan Kelly retires and the Vikings find a replacement, if the roster stays healthy, Minnesota could dominate the NFC North. Green Bay's aging. Detroit's hype is fragile. Chicago is still rebuilding. The North is open for the taking, and the Vikings have the schedule, the talent, and the historical pattern to seize it. But only if they survive. Only if McCarthy's body holds. Only if Kelly's decision doesn't create a black hole in the middle of the offensive line. The margin for error is razor thin. Now here's what Skull Nation needs to do. 1. Smash that like if you believe the Vikings are about to dominate in 2026 despite the injuries. 2. Drop a comment answering this. Should the Vikings shut down JJ?
McCarthy for the final 2 games to protect him, or let him play to gain experience? And should Ryan Kelly retire, or fight for one more season? 3. Subscribe, because every single subscriber makes Packers fans furious, and we're about to own the entire NFC North for the next 5 years. But listen closely, because the edge of the cliff is here. One signature is still missing on J.J. McCarthy's medical clearance. Doctors are scheduled to reevaluate his hand in the next 72 hours, and sources say the decision on whether he plays in Week 17 could come as early as Tuesday. If McCarthy is cleared, does Kevin O'Connell risk it, knowing one more hit could end the season that never really started? Or does he shut it down and protect the 2026 blueprint? That answer drops in the next 48 hours. And on top of that, Green Bay just cleared $22 million in cap space.
They're targeting a center in free agency, the same position Minnesota might lose if Ryan Kelly retires. Which team moves first? Which franchise secures the foundation for the next 3 years? Plus, there's a rumor that a Vikings defensive leader called a players-only meeting after the Giants game. No coaches, no executives. And what was said could either unite this locker room or expose the cracks that injuries have created. That story drops next. Skull Nation, the storm is here. Hit subscribe, stay locked, and let's make the NFC North bleed purple. We rise together. See you in the next war.